Good afternoon. Welcome to A.G. Pendo Field here at Spaulding High School, where today's game features a boys lacrosse matchup. It's the Spaulding Crimson Tide taking on the U-32 Raiders. I'm Carl Parton, and you are watching a joint CVTsport.net, CVTV723.org, and Orca Media presentation of boys high school lacrosse. Let's take a look at these two teams that are squaring off in today's game. First of all, the visiting U-32 Raiders coming into the game with a record of 0-1. Their sole game was against Division II Harwood. Harwood at the top of the Division II boys standings this year, and they have a powerful team. So a tough loss for U-32 in their home opener, but a tough opponent as well. Looking at U-32, they will be playing a D3 playoff schedule this year, and Spaulding will be playing Division II. In 2019, U-32 was ranked number 12 in Division II boys lacrosse with a 1-9 record. There was no 2020 season due to COVID, so we are just very pleased that the players are able to get together and get out here and play some lacrosse. Taking a look at the starters for the U-32 Raiders, coached by A.J. Waskow in his third year. Kevin Richards and Chuck Bazazzaro are his assistants. Starting in keeper for U-32, Callum Davis. He's a sophomore. Starting at midfield, wearing number 5, Cross Garibaldi. He's a sophomore. Wearing number 7, a sophomore defender, Lance Starr. A sophomore midfielder wearing number 8, Hazen Stouffer. A sophomore attacker wearing number 9, Nolan Lyford. A sophomore wearing number 10, a defender, Andrew Baker. A sophomore wearing number 13, Brendan Tedeschi, and he'll be playing attacker. A senior midfielder wearing number 15, Jacob Lighty. A junior attacker wearing number 20, Greer Peliquin. And a junior defender wearing number 99, John Beeling. That's the U-32 Raiders starting lineup. Coming into this one looking to get their first win of the season. Of course, spring in Vermont, you never know if you have a game canceled or can get those games in. So not surprised that Spaulding already moving into their fourth game now. They've got a 2-1 record. They have a victory to start off against Stowe, another strong Division II team, and that victory was a 12-6 win. Then they took on Rice, who has moved down into Division II this year. And that was a 14-12 loss for Spaulding, but a valiant effort in that tough battle and an exciting comeback victory against Mount Abraham 13-12 last week. So Spaulding is 2-1. Spaulding playing Division II this year. In 2019, they had a 12-1 record and lost to Mount Abe in the playoffs in that one in an upset in the quarterfinals. But a strong senior class last year. They had 12 seniors getting ready to go into the season, and COVID broke that one short. Who knows? That might have been the peak of Spaulding's season, a year, with 12 seniors. But a lot of promise for this year as well. They've had some very strong players back. Aiden Bluen, who scored 5 goals in that win over Mount Abe, was the number 1 scorer back in 2019 as a sophomore. He's a senior this year, and he's putting up numbers already for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. And Owen Cresco, also one of the captains, definitely a player to watch. They also have Colby Berard, who was a freshman in 2019, and he was the 3rd leading scorer for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. So a lot of skilled players back for the Tide. They are coached by Ian Thomas in his 3rd year. Charlie Atwood is his assistant. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. A senior wearing number 3, a defender, Ridge Herring. A senior attacker wearing number 5, Aiden Bluen. A junior defender wearing number 14, Max Spaulding. A junior midfielder wearing number 15, Ryan Glassford. A junior midfielder wearing number 16, Colby Berard. A junior defender, John Malnati, wearing number 18. A senior, and he's going to be starting in keeper in the first half, though he's not a typical goalkeeper, typical midfielder defender, Owen Cresco, wearing number 19. A senior attacker wearing number 21, Cam Kearney. And a freshman defender, Cooper Alward. He's wearing number 23. And Aiden Cresco, the sophomore wearing number 26, will be at the other attack. Their typical starter is not available for in goal, is not available today, Chris Howarth, but the sophomore had a great game against Mount Abe. So a couple other senior captains will be stepping up for the Crimson Tide. In the first half, it will be Owen Cresco, and in the second half, according to Coach Thomas, they'll be moving to the other captain, Aiden Bluen, and you know, Spaulding certainly will be missing him on the attack in goal, but they're ready to step up, and that's what captains do for teams. You know, they will step up and do what the team needs to get a victory. The U-32 Raiders will be in their blue visiting uniforms with the white stencil numbers, and Spaulding will be in their home whites with the crimson shorts and the crimson numbers. Both coaches talked about their teams, and they both described their teams as young. And looking down the U-32 side, that's a certainty. Only two seniors, Jacob Leidy and Jacob Bazzazaro. I love covering spring sports like this because you see a lot of these players I saw in hockey, a lot of these players I saw in basketball, and both Bazzazaro and Leidy, very strong soccer players for the U-32 Raiders. We are getting ready for the face-off in this one. It will be stepping up Garibaldi, one of the football players that we watched, as well as, I believe, hockey as well for the U-32 Raiders. Cross Garibaldi will be taking the face-off for U-32. Good angle here, and we'll see who he's matching up against. It looks to be Ryan Glassford. Glassford comes away with it, gets it across the midfield line, checked out of his hands. Nice poke check that time by Jacob Leidy. Into the midfield, the Raiders with it. Lost ball, Spaulding scoops it up. There's Kearney. Kearney making a run down the left side. Hand goes up from the official, they let him play on. You'll see some checking, legal in the stick or face on. Moving to the right side, that would be Berard. Spaulding putting up good numbers early on in this season, and this is one of the players. Bluen has it slapped away. Here comes the loose ball. Going after that one is Kearney. Kearney picks it up. Midfielder walks it down to the far side, into the hands of Berard, who backs it up, trying to draw the U-32 defense out. Here he comes on his rush. U-32 playing, and it's a long shot and a goal. Spaulding draws first blood, and what a pinpoint accurate shot that was by Colby Berard, putting Spaulding up 1-0. .10:50 left on the clock here in the first quarter. U-32 back in a bit of a zone defense. And Berard just found the hole and was able to put it low past the U-32 keeper. Here's the face-off. Big hit there. Coming away with it is Glassford. Down behind the net, in the hands of Cresco. Aiden Cresco with a reverse. Into the hands of into the cross of the dangerous Bluen, and Bluen sneaks around and hits one from the side. Bluen puts Spaulding up 2-0. And that didn't take long, 20 seconds, and Spaulding now up 2-0 after back-to-back goals. Back to the face-off. Spaulding's had the advantage so far early on the face-offs. Coming away with it again is Glassford. Oh, here's the loose ball. Glassford hustles after it. Good help back by the U-32 offense that time. Spaulding still gets it into their offensive end. Into the cross of Kearney. Kearney has it poked away. And that's going to be a slash, I think. That time, Lance Starr, the sophomore defender, went across the arm, and it looks like he may be either moving toward the bench or moving toward the penalty box. I think the penalty box. U-32 will be 2 men down. 2 men down now. Getting things started for the Tide will be Jamison Mast, a first-year lacrosse player. You might recognize that name from the Spaulding Crimson Tide boys hockey team. They were strong this year, and he was a force. There's a hard shot deflected. That time it was Kearney looking to take the shot. This one goes long out, and by rule, the team with the closest player after a shot gets to take the ball and inbound it. That is the Tide. Here's Berard with a move. Fakes the shot. Looking for an open teammate. Crosses. Here's a low bouncer, and it's a great save that time by Callum Davis, the keeper for the Raiders. Mast had an open look that time, and that had some speed on it. And here come the Raiders for the first time in their offensive end. Making the run down is Nolan Lyford. Lyford, a hockey player and a football player. There's a shot and a goal. Lyford gets the assist, and the goal by Dylan Hood gets U-32 on the board. It's 2-1 Tide with 9:29 to go here in the first quarter. U-32 didn't waste time. They got their first look on offense, and they made it count. Short-handed, as they still have a player in the box. Those of you unfamiliar with the lacrosse rules, you have 3 attackers, 3 midfielders, and 3 defenders. Defenders can't go across midfield. So you'll see defenders sometimes just waiting at that midfield, either to scoop up a stray ball or an errant pass, or to lay a shot if they can from time to time too. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout by the U-32 Raiders. Teams go back to their bench. And there's just a quick check of the lacrosse stick. And there's a bit of a difference in girls and boys lacrosse sticks. The boys have a deeper pocket. They do allow more checking too, so the deeper pocket, but the officials will keep an eye on that. There's still a limit on how deep the pocket can go. Official taking a look there to make sure that cross is legal, and a random check of a U-32 stick as well. .9:29 to go. What looked to like Spaulding was just going to dominate U-32 with their very first possession, was able to stick a goal in, and a great finish by sophomore Dylan Hood. Nolan Lyford with a great pass to him. Raiders come back on to take the field, as do the Tide. Out of the timeout, I believe we'll have a face-off at the center field mark. Aiden Bluen, no, it's Glassford will continue taking those face-offs. He's been very strong for the Tide to start things off. Looks like a new face-off opponent for him. It is. That was Mason Davis, the junior. Glassford comes away with it. Ball in the cross now of Kearney. Sends it down the sideline to Aiden Cresco. Cresco reverses. From behind is Bluen. Bluen to the far side to Berard. Here's a shot and another great save. That might have hit the post, or it might have been a save by Callum Davis. Either way, that was a near miss that time by Kearney. Here comes U-32 on the counterattack. Ball in the cross of Garibaldi. Garibaldi cross into the middle. Oh, there's a big shot. Legal. Good defense there, that time by Ridge Herring. You get in there around the crease, so you're going to have your big, strong defenders clearing some space. There's U-32 trying to keep it alive. Ball in the cross of Bluin. Or this is Ridge Herring now making his run down the right side for the Tide. Off his cross out of bounds. It will be an inbound play for U-32. Not sure who took that hit that time from Herring, but maybe seeing little birdies right now because that was a shot. Anytime you're looking down or looking up or looking left or right instead of at the freight train coming at you, it hurts that much more. Spaulding will have the free attack now. Kearney will start things off for the Tide. Here's Mast now. Mast makes his run and deflected. Davis getting some early work and stepping up to the challenge for the U-32 Raiders in the goal. Here's the inbound for Spaulding. Long shot that time. Bouncer by Kearney just goes wide of the net. Spaulding will get the restart. They had the closest defender up and over this time. Here comes Mast. Mast with a shot. Wide right. And that's going to be out of bounds again. Spaulding has the closest player to the shot, so scooping it up will be Berard. He brings it in from the right side. Behind the net, he goes to Cresco. Cresco to Mast. Mast fakes the shot and gets it up top, this time to Kearney. Good attacking movement and there's a shot, and Mast just wide left, and Davis grabs it up and makes another save. Here's U-32 on the counterattack. Making the run is Lance Starr. Ball rolling to the far side, going after it, and keeping it in is Jacob Leidy. No, it does go out, so Spaulding will inbound it to start things off. The quick counterattack. Here's Glassford. Glassford lobs it in, and just over the outstretched stick of Cresco, stays in bounds. Kearney picks it up, recycles to the top. Here comes Aiden Bluin, or Glassford rather. Checking into the game is Ben Hiscock, the sophomore attacker. Here's Berard. Berard into the middle, looking for Glassford. Glassford can't handle, scoops it up though. Low shot, and sneaking it in was Aiden Bluin, his second goal of the game, and Spaulding goes up 3-1. .6:52 remaining here in the first quarter. 3-1 Spaulding. Glassford will take the face-off again for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. Facing off against Garibaldi. Glassford comes away with it. Still loose now. Here's the battle. Bluin scoops it up. Nice stop and go, inside out. Past two defenders, has it knocked out of his stick, and Davis picks it up in the crease for the Raiders. Moving it up is Moore. Here's Tedeschi now with a spin move. Herring challenging him. Tedeschi through the defense, gets the shot off, bounces just wide left. There for the Raiders is Greer Peliquin, junior attacker. He'll get things started again for U-32. On the attack, here's the shot. Save made by Owen Cresco. Coming down the left side, John Malnati now with his run. Looking down the wing to Kearney. Here's Berard. Berard being shadowed out there by Lance Starr for U-32. Bluen goes behind the net to Tyler Booten. Here's a steal and a scoop by Logan Suter, and it rolls off his cross out of bounds. Spaulding will take it. Cam Kearney now. On top, he goes to Mast. I wouldn't have believed that Mast is only this is his first year playing. He seems very comfortable, and there's a whizzing shot by Berard, but it goes high and away. Mast looks so comfortable with that cross in his hands. Mast now with a reversal to Cam Kearney. Kearney on the far side to Berard, looking for the screen from Kearney. Here's Mast with a run. Has it poked out of his cross. And battling through the defense, Lance Starr almost gets it across half field, but coming up strong is Herring. Herring, a powerful defender out there for Spaulding. Bluen now with the ball. Loses it for a moment. Tapped away. There's U-32's Baker, I believe, was there. Raiders stencil numbers not my favorite. It was Baker. They get it back to Davis, who will start things off for U-32, looking ahead to Baker. This one picked up and lost by Alex Moore. U-32 keeps it going.
Here we go, John!
Lyford looks ahead. Here's a shot and a goal. That one by Nolan Lyford. Putting U-32 back within one, 3-2 with 3:51 to go in the first quarter. As I mentioned, Owen Cresco, not typically the goalkeeper for Spaulding, filling in as a captain for the absent typical keeper, Chris Howarth. Couldn't make it today for the game. So here's the face-off. Glassford has been deadly on these face-offs, and he draws it back again. Garibaldi battles for him. Glassford sends it ahead. Kearney now. Nice check by Garibaldi from behind. Scooping it up is Glassford. Looking down behind the net, it's Cresco. Cresco reverses Fields. Into the cross of Berard. Berard brings it back out to the top. Berard being very patient. There's the challenge that by Mason Davis. Some nifty moves there by Bluen. Sneaking past two defenders. Weaving through defenders. Gets the pass. And finds the open Kearney. Kearney upset at himself. He had a good open look that time. Just sent it a little wide left. U-32 starting from behind their own goal. Making the run is Garibaldi. There's a flag on the play, and I'm guessing that's going to be a slash. And Garibaldi pushed out of bounds. It's going to be penalty box time for Aiden Cresco, the sophomore attacker for Spaulding. And U-32 will get the free restart. 2:36 remaining in the first quarter. Got a good battle in this one. 3-2, Spaulding on top. Spaulding has dominated time of possession, and it's certainly the ball has been on U-32's defensive end. But Callum Davis, the sophomore keeper, has been stepping up to the challenge. U-32 zone has held tight against a potent Crimson Tide offense. Here's Nolan Lyford again. Raiders like going through Lyford on their attack. Here's a long shot by Tedeschi. Whistle on the play. Not sure the call, but it's going to go against U-32, so Spaulding will get the restart. Crossed into the middle and nearly picked off that time by Tedeschi. He was hustling after it. Cresco looked pretty cool and calm there, knowing he had it in his cross as the goalkeeper to restart things. This one goes out of bounds. It will be off Spaulding. Here's the restart for Nolan Lyford and U-32. Lyford crosses into the middle. Here's the shot. It's a bouncer over the net. That shot by Alex Moore and out of bounds. U-32 is closest. They get to restart. Lyford waiting for the whistle. And a long errant pass. Spaulding's there. John Beeling picks it up, but it will be Spaulding ball. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Bluen looking down the line to Kearney. Spaulding's penalized player checking back into the game. So here comes the Spaulding attack at full strength. Berard now, a jump hook shot, and it's good. That was a beaut that time by Colby Berard, and that's his second goal of the game, putting Spaulding up 4-2 with a minute 23 to go on the clock here in the first quarter. Talk about getting angle. He not only came around the corner, but he jumped, and at the peak of his jump, he just unleashed the tip of the stick shot in the upper left-hand corner. That was a beaut. Garibaldi getting ready to face off against Glassford again. Glassford pulls it away. Tries to reverse Fields. And taken away by U-32. Here comes the counterattack. On the stick of Andrew Baker, I believe, on the far side. Looking into the middle. And well played by Kearney, or by Cresco, to pull it into the crease. Spin move in the middle by Ben Hiscock. Pushing the attack. Hiscock gets rid of it. Over on the side to Kearney. Kearney behind the net. To Cresco. Now Bluen. Bluen weaves through defenders, gets the shot off, bounces through, and it will stay Spaulding ball as the nearest player, as the shot went out of bounds, was Aiden Cresco, a Spaulding Tide player. Here's the shot by Mast, and that one's wide left. It will still stay Spaulding ball. Time ticking away here. Under 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Mast. 10 seconds. Mast again from the wing. Spaulding looking for the last shot. And that's going to do it. U-32 holds Spaulding off. So after one quarter of play, the score is 4-2. Spaulding on top of the U-32 Raiders. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's more boys high school lacrosse action here on Orca Media, CVT Sport, and CVTV723.org.
Northfield Savings Bank is the bank of builders, makers, doers, and explorers, multitaskers, commuters, planners. In other words, we are the bank of you and everything you do. With mobile and online banking, drive-up service, and of course, in our branches. That is banking your way. That is Northfield Savings Bank.
Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of local area high school sports. If your team or business needs assistance in designing the perfect look, give them a call. Whether you're looking for a one-color tee, shirt design, or multicolor designs on your garments, Tournament Specialties can help. They do professional embroidery work also. If you don't have an existing logo, no problem. They will help you create an embroidered logo from concept to completion and can stitch on everything from shirts to jackets to duffel bags and blankets. Jeff and his crew take pride in their quality work and guarantee your happiness. Tournament Specialties also offers online storefronts. If your company or team is looking for a great fundraising opportunity, Tournament Specialties can help with no upfront risk to the organization and no minimum order requirements. Give them a call today to inquire. Jeff Apfel of Tournament Specialties on 64 Cherrywood Drive, Barrie, Vermont. Reach them at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com, 802-272-7572. Welcome back to this joint Orca Media, CVTsport.net, CVTV723.org presentation of boys high school lacrosse. The Spaulding Crimson Tide lead the U-32 Raiders 4-2 in this lacrosse matchup. Outstanding first period of play. Very balanced. Spaulding definitely controlled time of possession. U-32 made the most of their opportunities. Spaulding in the white jerseys, U-32 in their road blue here at A.G. Pendo Field on the Spaulding High School campus. Glassford versus Garibaldi. This matchup we've been watching all day on the face-offs. Glassford comes away with it, and Spaulding into the cross of Berard. Berard making his run down the left side. Berard guarded by Stouffer. Behind the net with Berard. Berard brings it around, finds Kearney, his quick pass to the left side. Berard again. You have to respect his attack. He hit the first goal for Spaulding from about this angle, so they're not going to give him anything easy. Blew it inside, and his shot is blocked. Callum Davis with another save. Spaulding will maintain possession off the shot. Here's Mast now making his run into the middle. Passes on the shot, finds Cam Kearney. Back to Mast. Mast with a crossover. Loose ball picked up by Bluin. Into the middle, and good job by Davis to clear out that time. Here's Starr now, trying to get it out of the defensive end for U-32. Making the most of that defensive long stick. He shuttles it off into the middle. Getting the bouncing shot off that time was Greer Peliquin. Couldn't get as much on it as he wanted. Possession arrow stays U-32 way. There's Jackson Scribner, I believe. Number 18 behind the net. This is Lyford. Lyford sends the pass long, and that goes across midfield. It will be Spaulding. Free attack on the cross of Bluen. Bluen weaving through defenders. Oh, another great save by Davis on the Berard shot. Berard put 3 or 4 fakes together. Davis stayed focused and was able to knock it away. Here's the long run and long shot that time by Beeling. Out of bounds, it will be Spaulding ball. They were the closest to the ball as it went across the end line. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Come on, John.
Ball ahead, John Malnati now. Ground ball picked up by Kearney. Kearney making his run down the left side. That pass will go across midfield, scooped up by Lyford of U-32. Lyford with a 3-on-3. Brings it behind the net. Spaulding defense so strong and physical. U-32 not maintaining possession for long as Bizazero on the right side reverses it. In the cross now of Tedeschi. Tedeschi with a long shot. U-32 maintains possession closest to the end line. Lyford will get things started. Taken away. I think it's Desjardins. No, it might have been Max Spaulding with that takeaway. Nice spin move by Jamison Mast. Gets it across midfield. Flag on the play. And it may be Spaulding. We'll see them a man advantage as a Raider will go off. Can't make out who that is in the penalty box. Looks to be Jacob Leidy for U-32. So that will be a man advantage for Spaulding. Good job by the keeper for U-32, Callum Davis. Come out of the crease and get that one. Looking ahead, ball in the stick of, well, it's not Leidy, that would be Tedeschi. Good defense again by the Tide. Malnati gets it across midfield. Shuttles it forward. Good reversal with Berard. His shot goes wide right. Davis hustles after it, but the Tide player was closer. Here's Berard now. Reversed to Kearney. Mast on the crossover loses it, but they're hustling after it. Bluen now gets the shot off upper right-hand corner. Bluen with a hat trick. That's his third goal of the game, putting Spaulding up 5-2 rather. .736 remaining in the second quarter. Spaulding putting constant pressure on the Raiders today, maintaining possession on their offensive half for a strong majority of this one. Here's the face-off. Looks like Mason Davis will come in to get a shift to take on Glassford. Glassford comes away with a face-off. Nope, that wasn't Davis. That was actually Logan Suter. Spaulding with the ball behind the net. On the stick of Glassford. Glassford finds Berard. Berard into the middle. Gets it to Kearney. Here's a shot, and that one slips in. Jamison Mast hits that goal. Puts Spaulding up 6-2. And the first-year player, I'm hearing a buzz from the crowd that may be his first goal as a lacrosse player. I know he has him as a hockey player. So it's 7:09 to go in the second quarter. It is 6-2, Spaulding. Glassford again wins the face-off for the Tide. Here's a low bouncer, and it's a beaut. John Malnati scores his first of the game, putting Spaulding up 7-2. Spaulding putting goals together fast and furious. Looks like a substitute checking into the game for U-32. Coming into the midfield, Logan Suter on this left side. U-32 still a man down. Ball broken loose. And it's going to be slashing or foul called against Spaulding. So it will be U-32 ball. Garibaldi goes off the field, hits those face-offs, and U-32 brings on a fresh set of legs. And this poke check takeaway is Glassford. Steps out of bounds, so he'll give that one over to U-32. On the attack, here come the Raiders. It's Tedeschi now on a run. Lyford maintains controls, slaps it over to the wing. Good seal out that time by Alward. Freshman defender. Takeaway by Peliquin. Peliquin now on the left side for U-32. Looks like a matchup, man-to-man defense for Spaulding. This one tipped away. Coming away with it, Ridge Herring. Herring making a run down the left side. Good check by Garibaldi that time. Kind of let Herring run into him, turned his back, and let his low center of gravity do the work for him. No, Garibaldi's a football player for U-32. Raiders on the attack now. Peliquin behind the net. His spin move, trying to get out front. Oh, and he hits the wave, the Crimson Tide wave hit him that time. Whistle is going to go against Spaulding on that one. Will they have a person in the penalty box is the question. No. There is a flag down on the play. Spaulding with their full complement of defenders, and yes, they will have. It looks like Bluen's either getting ready to check in or in the penalty area. Here's a shot and a save that time by Cresco. It was bouncing under his feet. Looked like it almost wanted to roll in, but he was able to handle it before it did. Cresco looks ahead, finds Berard. Berard making a run down the left side for Spaulding. Nice spin move, getting around the U-32 defender, Stouffer. Lob behind the net. Alex Irwin, the junior, playing the back spot for Spaulding. It looks like Spaulding wants a timeout. Coach Ian Thomas wants to talk things over, make sure his team does things the way he wants them done out there. So we're going to take a quick break too. You're watching high school lacrosse on CVTsport.net, CVTV 723, and Orca Media. Carl Parton back here at A.G. Pendo Field, where the Spaulding Crimson Tide are starting to turn it on here in the second quarter. 7-2 up over the U-32 Raiders. Spaulding ranked number 3 in boys Division II lacrosse right now, early on in the season. But a very strong boys Division II this year, with Colchester and Rice being added. And Burlington, I believe, to boys Division II lacrosse this year. So anything you can do to get those index points and those victories up will certainly benefit you as far as who you have to play early and where you play, getting that home field advantage. Back to the action, coming away with it is Starr, rolled in, knocked away by Cresco. And picking up the ground ball is Max Spaulding, sending it forward. It's going to be a penalty. This one is going to go against Spaulding. So it will be a free attack for U-32. Off the violation. Jacob Leidy will start things off. Teams getting things settled. Here comes Leidy and U-32. Leidy going down the middle, off to the right side. Here's the shot, just wide left. And it will remain U-32 ball. Lyford picks it up, gets things started for U-32. His reversal to Tedeschi. Into the middle, Leidy with a shot, but it's a save by Cresco. Cresco sends the long ball forward, looking for the full field pass. Pass intended for Aiden Cresco. Nice run this time by Beeling, John Beeling, the junior defender for U-32. So we'll come back. It's being restarted by Tedeschi for U-32. His reversal. Tedeschi takes the shot, upper left-hand corner, and he nails it. U-32 had given up, I believe, 4 unanswered before that one, so they certainly needed that one with 3 minutes and 1 second remaining. Seven to 3 now, Spaulding on top. Here comes Garibaldi to face off against Glassford. Battle that's been going on all day long. Glassford has the edge on these face-offs, or at least Spaulding gaining possession from him. Garibaldi battling through, and Glassford comes away with it. Glassford got some help that time from Berard. Garibaldi was a bit on his own. Here's Bluin now. Bluin, good control. He gets triple teamed. Ball knocked out of his cross, but scooped up by Berard. Berard reverses into the cross of Kearney. Kearney back to Berard. Berard with a shot high and wide to the right. Aiden Cresco is there and will restart for the Tide. Here's Mast. Reverses Fields to Berard. Berard now. Guarded by Starr. Off the screen, coming through the middle was Booten. Couldn't handle, but he got tripped. So it'll be a free restart for Spaulding. Berard will take it. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Here comes Mast. Oh, and a nice spin move and a shot. Jamison Mast may have already mastered this game in his first season. That puts Spaulding up 8-3 as Mast hits his second. .148 to go in the first half. Raiders were only able to put up 2 goals, I think, against Harwood, so already exceeded their first game total in this one. Slapping it forward is Mason Davis for U-32. There's a ground ball. These are key for the success in this game, is to get the majority of the ground balls if you can, and Brendan Tedeschi comes away with this one. Tedeschi draws it back, lets the U-32 offense set. Here's Lyford. Lyford into the middle. Guarded closely that time by Andre Pelletier. Lyford now trying to find a gap in that stout Spaulding defense. There's not much there. Hasn't been today. Pelican with a shot blocked away. Rebound shot and recovering is Cresco. Cresco will get things restarted for the Tide. Peltier reversal to the far side. Onto the cross of Cam Kearney, or rather Cooper Alward. And he sends it long out of bounds. Aiden Cresco will get things started for Spaulding. Couple substitutes checking into the game. Lyford gets a break for some strong defensive work. And with 26 seconds remaining, it looks like U-32 wants a timeout. We'll take it too. You're watching Boys Lacrosse on CVTsport.net, CVTV723.org, and Orca Media. We'll be right back. Welcome back out of the timeout. Just 26 seconds remaining here in the first half. Spaulding leading U-32 8-3. And they will take it. Aiden Cresco from behind the U-32 net. Oh, far side, it's Mast. Mast to Bluen. Bluen to the wraparound, bounces one in. And he'll have his fourth four-goal game of the season, from what I understand, putting Spaulding up 9-3. Made the most out of that timeout. 17 seconds remaining here in the first half. Glassford and Garibaldi. That's a matchup we've seen on these face-offs all day. We're going to see it one more time here in the first half. Glassford tips it over to the left and picked up by John Malnati. Still a scrum for it, that ground ball. Malnetti sends it back, and it's into the cross of Berard now. Time ticking away. Berard can't get the shot off before the halftime whistle buzzer blows. So at the half, it's 9 for the hometown Spaulding Crimson Tide, 3 for the visiting U-32 Raiders. We're going to step out for our halftime break and thank for some of our winter sponsors. You're watching Boys High School Lacrosse on CVTsport.net, CVTV723.org, and Orca Media. Be right back. The Community College of Vermont's early college program allows high school seniors to complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time, tuition-free. Students enroll in 4 to 5 CCV classes in both the fall and spring semesters, earning college credits that count toward a college degree and a high school diploma. Apply now to start in September. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org. This game video is made possible by All Set Driving School. All Set Driving School offers 3 teen driver's education class sessions, spring, summer, and fall. With DMV certified instructors, contact them by phone 371-9293 or email allsetdrive@aol.com. All Set Driving School, a proud supporter of U-32 basketball and Central Vermont sport.
We employ 44 plus people in Vermont.
People working here are proud of this product they're making. Our commercial lender at Community National has been incredibly supportive of our vision.
I trust the bank with the relationship that we've developed. They look at us as the people behind the company.
It's the Vermont Flannel Company. We make happiness in warmth and comfort.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org. This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
Lamson Property Services. Welcome back to A.G. Pendo Field, where the Spaulding Crimson Tide lead U-32 9-3 in this boys lacrosse matchup. Spaulding really turned it on in that second quarter, outscoring U-32 6-1. We will be picking the CVTsport.net player of the game, and they will be winning the coveted Vermont Flannel CVTsport.net player of the game t-shirt after this one. We certainly had a potential candidate, and well, it looks like Bluen will not be going into goal. It looks like Owen Cresco has stayed in goal for Spaulding. Ball kicked, it will be U-32 ball. Coming to take it is Jacob Leidy. Leidy with a crossover, gets past two defenders across midfield. His spin move. Berard goes down, Leidy maintains possession, scooping up the ground ball. There is a flag on the play. U-32 maintains possession, so they will keep the attack until they lose the ball. And there's another cross check, I believe. So 2 flags. Could it be that Berard gets 1 and then a second penalty? Yes. So that's 2 fouls, quick fouls for Berard. Some leagues 5 fouls and you're out of the game. Looks like scorekeeper is going to tally, I think, 2 minutes. 2 minutes in penalties for Berard, possibly 3. U-32 will have the man advantage in any event. Getting the play started is Tedeschi. On the right side, he finds Dylan Hood. Hood reverses. Picking up the ground ball, Nolan Lyford. Lyford really the precipitant for their offense. They like moving through him. Here's Tedeschi with a shot. It goes long and it will stay. U-32 ball. Hood goes back to get things started for the Raiders. Here's Lyford. Ball reversed to Leidy. Leidy finds Tedeschi. Behind the net to Hood. Giving it up is Moore. Scooping up the ground ball. Raiders very patient offensively, giving their defense a chance to rest. Spaulding has dominated time of possession, so Raiders keeping some. And Raiders will call a timeout. Get the timeout so they can get their offense set up, and we'll take it too. You're watching boys high school lacrosse. 9-3 Spaulding over U-32. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to the action. 10:31 remaining here in the third quarter. Spaulding leading U-32 9-3. Raiders have possession, and they also have a man advantage due to the double penalty by Berard. Their 6-man attack team will get things going again here. At the top, looks like it's Garibaldi on the far side looking for Lyford. Lyford and Garibaldi working the two-man game. Spaulding back in the sagging zone right now, down a man. They just want to make it difficult for U-32 to get a clear shot off. Long pass deflected by the Spaulding defender. Kept on the offensive end by the Raiders, Lyford. Lyford, his reversal to Stouffer. Here's the shot, out of bounds. It will stay Raider ball. This one could make it to midfield. You can see the player just out of the reach of the Spaulding defense. Coming back to scoop it up is Garibaldi. Garibaldi's reversal, a slow roller. This one goes out of bounds, and it will stay U-32 ball. Closest player as it goes over the end line. His team gets the ball. Tedeschi now with the reversal onto the stick of Garibaldi. Here's the shot. Ball ricochets long and wide. Closest player is Lighty. Garibaldi, Lyford, Lighty. Along with Alex Moore. And Tedeschi on the offensive attack for U-32. Lighty reverses fields. Berard back into the action. It's even strength now. U-32 used their penalty just to burn some clock. They got a few looks at the net, but nothing clean as Spaulding was sagging in on their zone defense. Lighty looking for the cutter going through. Making that run was Greer Peliquin. Stolen away by the Tide. It's Glassford. He looks opposite field to Cooper Allward. And the ball rolls over the sideline. U-32 will get possession. 8:20 remaining in the third quarter. That pass picked off. Nice steal by Berard. He's going to turn it upfield. Switching right to left. Gets across midfield. Looking ahead. Nice fake pass. Gets it to Aiden Bluen. Bluen behind the net. Here's Kearney now. Kearney to Mast. Berard getting things started from the point. U-32 looks to be in a man-to-man defense. Faking off the screen was Kearney. Here's Hiscock. Berard now. Looking to come off the screen of Hiscock. There's a falling shot off the right post. Great effort that time by Kearney. Not sure how that didn't go in. There's a flag on the play. This one's going to go against U-32. Trotting off the field is Logan Suter. He'll be in the penalty box, and that will give Spaulding the man advantage. 9-3 Spaulding on top here, under 7 to go in the third. A lot of action going on the fields here at Spaulding High School. We got a baseball game, softball going on. Gray spring day, but not too cold, so pretty pleasant in early May Vermont high school sports terms. We'll take this day. No cancellations. Cresco back in the game. Here's a shot just wide right by Mass, looking for the upper right-hand corner. Missed it by 6 or 8 inches. Colby Berard was there, and he'll get things started. for Spaulding from the end line. Skips it to Mast. Across the whole field, Mast weaving through defenders. Gets the shot off. Bluen was the closest player, so Spaulding will keep possession. Here's Bluen from behind the net. Finds Mast. Penalty violation against Spaulding. Maybe too many people behind the net there in that zone. So Leidy will get things started. He reverses fields. Looking on the far side, he finds Lance Starr. Starr, long pass ahead. I think it's Peliquin. Peliquin into the middle. Nice look that time by the cutting Lyford, but Lyford couldn't redirect it downward. Floated it out. Lyford was closest, so he maintains possession. There's another steal. Great defensive play by, that time it was John Malnati. Making the run is Kearney now down the left side for Spaulding. Kearney with a nice fake, being guarded closely by Beeling. Behind the net, here's Cresco. Oh, sweet move by Bluen, and he puts in another goal, making it 10-3. And that's his 5th on the game. (10-3) with 5:22 remaining in the third. It will be Glassford going against, can't tell if that's Suter or Mason Davis from this angle. Glassford's been very effective. Glassford pulls this one back, and that was Mason Davis. U-32 with a takeaway, though. Here comes Peliquin down the left side. It's Tedeschi making a cut through. Peliquin maintaining possession, looking for a cutter. Guarded closely by Cooper Alward for the Tide. Gets it into the cross of Duncan Matthews. Here's a takeaway again, this one by Malnati. Malnati looking ahead, finding Kearney. Stolen by the Raiders. Good run by Duncan Matthews. Matthews battling out there with Kearney. This penalty is going to go against Spaulding, and it will be a free restart for John Beeling and the Raiders. Beeling gets it across midfield, making his run to the left side. Dishes it off and cycles back onto the defensive end. Here's a chance. Oh, and an attempted jump shot that time. But again, rolling off the top of Lyford's stick, he steals the ground ball. Oh, no, that wasn't Lyford. That was Jacob Bazazzaro, rather. This one out of bounds off the sideline. It will be U-32 restart. In the cross of Lance Starr, sophomore defender. Starr going up the line, looking for Lyford. Lyford now making his move. Gets past one defender, has it checked out of his stick. Picking up the ground ball is Glassford. Glassford making his run down the left side. Attempted check behind. Not quick enough. Glassford maintains possession. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Glassford with some excellent stick control there. Jamison Mass now down the sideline. Looking for Kearney. Kearney behind the net. Finds Aiden Cresco. Cresco back to Kearney. Kearney with a jump shot. Goes wide left. Waiting there for the rebound was Bluen, and he'll restart things from behind the U-32 goal. Bluen with a fake. Finds Aiden Cresco. Cresco back to Kearney. Mast with a reversal. Onto the stick of Pelletier. Flag on the play. This is going to put U-32 a man down again. Bluen with a shot. And it's going to go wide right. There for the rebound off the end line call was Cresco. So Spaulding will get their 2-minute penalty with just under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And they're going to have a man advantage along with their 10-3 lead. Here's the restart for Spaulding. U-32 drops back into a penalty kill zone. Here's Kearney with the run. Behind to Bluin. Bluin fakes to the right, goes to the left. Here's the shot, masked. It's a block and a save. Great job that time by Callum Davis, the sophomore keeper. He's got a lot of work today. Definitely stepping up to the challenge against a barrage of Spaulding shots. More saves than goals given up, that's for sure. Bluin with the restart. Finds Aiden Cresco. Cresco to Kearney. Here's Mast. There's the shot. Good power on that shot, but it rose a little bit on Kearney. Bluin will be there for the rebound off the end line, and he'll restart things from behind the Tide net. And here's another shot. Colby Berard, that's the shot he led the game off with. That's his third goal. But he sinks the 11th goal for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. 11-3 now. With just over 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Colby Berard has 3. Jamison Mast has 2. 5 for Aiden Bluin. And John Malnetti chipped in one as well. Off the face-off. Malnetti making some moves around midfield, using his power and strength to clear some space. Spaulding will get the call on the whistle. Obstruction perhaps. There's the long look ahead that time. Racing after it back for the Raiders is Cross Garibaldi. He'll pick up the ball and get things started for U-32. A minute and a half to go in the third. Garibaldi has his stick checked. The ball bounces loose. Here's the ground ball. Whistle on the play. It will go against Spaulding. U-32 will have a chance for a free restart. Garibaldi. Garibaldi making his run. Gets past a couple Spaulding defenders. Gets across midfield. Nice spin move. Guarded by Malnati. Gives up the ball. Here's Lyford now on the right side. Nolan Lyford. Holding possession. U-32 maybe looking for a last shot here. Again, give their the defense a chance to get some rest. Very overworked defense today. Here's Glassford on the counterattack, though, after picking up the ground ball. Crossed into the middle. Bluin, and you can't give Bluin that much of a look. He will make you pay. And once again, he puts in Spaulding's 12th goal, putting Spaulding up 12-3 with just over 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Six goals now for Aiden Bluin. One-on-one with a keeper. I don't think many people are going to stop Aiden Bluin this year. As a sophomore, the #1 scorer for the Spaulding Crimson Tide, and picking right up where he left off in 2019 here in his senior campaign. Here's Kearney now, guarded by Beeling. Beeling pokes it away. kicked out. Beeling putting a little soccer into his lacrosse. Quick double team there by U-32. Nice scoop up of the ground ball. This is Tedeschi with a run. He has space into the net, and he scores the goal. U-32 has been on a long drought, and they needed that. Nice run, nice finish by Brendan Tedeschi. U-32's 4th goal of the game. With just 5 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Glassford still taking the face-offs for Spaulding. Looks like Mason Davis may be matching up against him this time. Glassford comes away with it into the middle, and great smart play by John Beeling that time to stick check Glassford that time, who was about to unleash the shot, no question. So with 3 quarters in the book, the score is 12 for the Spaulding Crimson Tide, 4 for the U-32 Raiders. You're watching boys high school lacrosse. Thank you for watching on Orca Media, CVTV723.org, and this is brought to you by CVTsport.net. We'll be right back with 4th quarter action. Welcome to the final frame of this boys high school lacrosse matchup. Spaulding looking very good, sitting at 2-1 coming into this game. The number 3 team in boys Division II lacrosse at this point, with only Rice ahead of them and Harwood ahead of them in boys Division II. And a win here will solidify their position a little bit as the number 3 team in boys Division II lacrosse. Both Harwood and Rice at 3-0 currently. Rice is the lone blemish on the Spaulding Crimson Tide schedule at this point as well. U-32 comes away with the face-off. Tedeschi was trying to get a shot off there. Stick check from behind. And he's tackled and rolled on. So I believe we will get a U-32 restart, and we do. No flag on the play, no penalty. But U-32 will get the restart. It looks like Jacob Lighty will start things off from the near side. Lighty gets it to Lyford. Lyford looking for a cutter. Lyford gets it back to Tedeschi, looking for the give and go with Lyford. The pass was a little behind Lyford. Scooping up the ground ball is Ridge Herring. Kept on the U-32 end. Sent ahead into the cross of Tedeschi. Tedeschi gets past one defender, gets the shot off, wide left, and great hustle that time by Owen Cresco. He was the closest man to the ball when the ball crossed the end line, so Spaulding will get the restart. It's Owen Cresco, typically a midfielder or defender, filling in for the starter, Chris Howarth, who could not wasn't available to play in this one. Malnati has it knocked away, and it will be U-32 ball. Ball in the cross of Leidy. Leidy to the right side. Here's a shot off the side of the net. Nice effort that time by Greer Peliquin. That would have been a hard one to stop, but just left of the post. Bluin picks up the loose ball. Here's a shot and a finish. Bluin gets the assist. Aiden Cresco gets his first goal of the day, putting Spaulding up 13-4. .26 remaining in the game. Spaulding coach Ian Thomas in his third year has to be pleased with what he's seeing from his Crimson Tide today. Doing a good job moving the ball, finding the open teammates, and certainly finishing when they get it anywhere near the offensive end of the Raiders. Glassford, another thing that Coach Thomas has to be happy about is Glassford on those face-offs, just dominating the face-offs today. There's Kearney behind the net for the Tide. Gets it to Bluin. Bluin looking for the streaking Berard, a little high over his stick. Spaulding maintains possession. It's his cock. And there's a cross check. 2 flags on the play. We'll see who's going to get whistled for this one. 1 minute for the cross check on Beeling, perhaps. Two flags flying. I thought there might have been a double penalty there. And perhaps there is, because Ridge Herring also going in a little different than hockey. Here it looks like Herring and Beeling are both in the box for a minute, and they're side by side. They have to keep hockey players apart from each other, because I don't think the fight would stop in hockey if they were sitting right next to each other after a penalty. Here comes Garibaldi, shuttles it into the middle. It's knocked away. Picking up the ground ball, Carter Dayton, who's into the game for Spaulding. Sent long. Here's some nice weaving moves by Bluin. Off to his right, he's looking for Berard. Here's Bazazaro picking up the ground ball. Looking ahead. Into the cross of Lance Starr. Flag on the play. This is going to go against Spaulding, so it will be an opportunity for U-32. The official saw the couple players mixing it up. It was Berard and Bazazaro, and even though the play was to his left in front of him, he was keeping his eye to his right, and those two making sure that the action stopped there. Here's a ground ball shot. It's a save by Owen Cresco. Nice shot by Tedeschi on that one. Tedeschi chasing this one down. Flag still on the play. No call made from it yet. On the ground, rather. U-32. Here's Tedeschi with a shot wide left. U-32 maintains possession. Now here comes the flag call. Those officials have to have good memories. That, whatever the penalty was, happened about a minute ago. Got to watch the play and still remember what you called on the player. And it looks like Berard goes off, and he'll be serving the minute penalty on the flag as the official walks back and picks that one up. Had to rewind the videotape 2 minutes to figure out what that one was. Spaulding will be a man down now. The U-32 offense, the last time they had a man advantage, really just were really patient, worked the clock. They wanted to make sure the They kept the ball on the Spaulding defensive end. Got a couple looks, but the Spaulding sagging kind of zone defense was pretty stout and impenetrable. And there's a deflection off the Lyford pass. Tedeschi with a shot, and from distance finds the gap. And Tedeschi scores his second of the game. That makes it 13-5, Spaulding on top. Tedeschi's been very solid offensively on the rare occasions that U-32 has had the ball on their offensive end. Spaulding certainly dominating time of possession. 8:10 remaining. 8-goal lead for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. Glassford lining up with Davis. Davis snuck in a second soon, so Glassford will take it away. Here's Bluen now for Spaulding. A give and go with Glassford just out of the reach of his cross. Ball rolling behind the U-32 net. Garibaldi going strong after the ball. Here's Bluen. Fakes the shot. Takes the shot. Upper right-hand corner. And Bluen just pinpoint accurate with his shooting today. It's going to take me a second to count up his goals. 2, 4, 6, 7 goals for Aidan Bluen, putting Spaulding up 14-5. $7:50 remaining, and Spaulding with a very comfortable lead, very much thanks to Aidan Bluen and his 7 goals. Spaulding defense also has to be credited. Spaulding, both skill and physical, very strong physical defense for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. Here's Peliquin now with a nice fake, gets the shot off, and this one goes over the crossbar. Closest player to the ball looks to be the keeper, Cresco, so Spaulding will start things off. Cresco will start it from his goal. Cresco not a typical keeper, a little different using that goalie stick. Making a run was Logan Suter, has it poked out of his stick. Coming away with it is Hiscock. Hiscock, and the crowd appreciates that cutback move that just broke the ankles of the defender for U-32, figuratively speaking, of course, but just a dazzling move. Here's the shot, and this one glides high for Berard. Spaulding on the offensive end, under 7 minutes to go. 14-5. Here's Berard to the right side. It's to be Alex Irwin. Nope. Yes, it is. Number 20, Alex Irwin. Into the middle on the run, and nice catch and shot by Berard. Sends it wide right. Irwin is the closest player to the ball as it goes over the end line, so he'll get things started for Spaulding. Gets it back to Berard. Berard with a fake. Gets the shot off, and Davis is there to make the save. No rebound. Callum Davis looking long. Should be a trip. Nope. They're going to let him play on. And Bizzazaro now picks up the ground ball, tries a no-look spin shot, goes high over the crossbar. U-32 maintains possession. And call away from the play. Maybe that trip call we saw back here will get called. Interesting continuation there. Jamison Mast will get things started for Spaulding. Looks like U-32 will be a man down. Mast onto the left side to Kearney. Back to Mast in the middle, takes the shot. Davis is there for another save. Oh, a steal by Hiscock. Hiscock takes the shot. Davis with another save. Good poke away, ground ball. Picked up by Dylan Hood. This one's going to go into the Spaulding end. Hood tried to sneak over for it. No, it's going to be a whistle against Spaulding. Just over 5:30 remaining in this one. Peliquin with a spin move. Down the left side he goes, finds Hood. Hood now behind the net. Crosses it over to Lighty, I believe. Here's Tedeschi. Tedeschi recycles back to the top. 5 minutes to go in this game. U-32 back to even strength after the penalty. Ball in the cross of Peliquin. Good check by Noah Long. And a whistle and a flag. This one's going to go against Spaulding, I believe. Ridge Herring will step out for a quick penalty service. Greer Peliquin will start things off with the ball for U-32. They've got a man advantage. Spaulding drops back into their penalty kill zone. Raiders probing the perimeter. Here's the shot and a tough angle, but a nice shot. That one by Jacob Lighty, I believe. It was Lighty. So that gives U-32 their 6th goal, cutting the Spaulding lead to 14-6 with 4:27 remaining. Back to the face-off. Ryan Glassford has got a workout today. He's had a lot of face-offs and he won a lot of face-offs for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. This time he was going up against Bizzazero. And Bizzazero is going to get whistled for playing a little more stick check than ball. There's Malnati, and rained all morning, so I'm not surprised the footing will give out on you a little bit. Malnati with a between the legs back no look pass, rolls it to his teammate Berard. Berard again trying to cut back. There must be a soft spot down this right side of the field. Finds Irwin. Irwin point blank, and a nice deflection by Davis for the Raiders. Berard comes away with a rebound. Under 4 minutes to go in this game. Here's a shot, and Davis with another deflection. I think that might have been off his helmet, and it bounced all the way off to the far side of the field in the air. Hiscock now hustling back, scoops it up to Berard. Berard guarded by Hayden Price. Good cutbacks. Berard fakes the shot, looks for Irwin. Irwin, the crossover, takes the shot, and finds the back of the net. Alex Irwin, the junior attacker, gets Spaulding's 15th goal. With just over 3 minutes remaining in this one. Spaulding with this victory will improve to 3-1 and in the hunt for a solid playoff spot and ranking. John Melnetti now takes the shot, high bouncer, and Davis hustles after it, so U-32 will get the restart. Davis now looking down the left side, looking for Duncan Matthews. Sends it long over the sideline. Spaulding will take possession. Here's Tyler Booten, the sophomore midfielder in the game now for the Tide. He looks ahead to Kearney. Kearney now behind the net. Some new players. Tyler Booten now reverses fields to Kearney. Kearney with a run. Gets the shot off and he finds the back of the net. Kearney's first goal after really setting up quite a few assists, doing a lot of work over on the left side. On the attack, hits pay dirt with that goal. Just over 2 minutes remaining. It's a 10-goal lead for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. I believe it's Hazen Stouffer. A 6 or an 8? That might be a 6. Alex Moore, possibly, and it looks like the Raiders, we won't have to take the face-off. It will just be a free attack for the Raiders. Cross into the middle, nice effort there. It was Matthews making the cut, but the Spaulding defense steps up to the challenge. Here's Cresco getting things started, coming well out of the crease. Sends it over to the wing. Here's Malnati on the right side for Spaulding. 1:30 to go. Behind the net, onto the stick of Aiden Cresco. Here's the shot, Malnati, and it's knocked away by Davis. Nice thought by Malnati, but Davis with a nice sweeping save. Aiden Cresco gets things started. Onto the stick of Carson White, the junior attacker. There's Kearney. Kearney back to Tyler Booten. Under a minute to go. Booten weaving through defenders. Knocked away that time by Asher Canty, I think. Davis way out of the net, comes away with this one. And it's going to be Spaulding ball. Here's Irwin on the restart for the Tide. Irwin looks into the middle. This one goes long. Ball picked up at midfield. Whistle against Spaulding. A nice ground ball pickup by Tedeschi. There's a run, poke check. Ground ball being battled for, time ticking away. Tedeschi with a nice spin move has it checked away at the last second. And that's going to do it. The final score of this one is 16-6. Spaulding improves to 3-1. U-32 drops to 0-2. Solid performance by the Spaulding Crimson Tide. This is the time in the game where we always pick our player of the game, and it's a pretty easy one. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 goals for Aiden Bluen. Congratulations, you are the Vermont Flannel Company CVTsport.net player of the game. That's going to do it for us here. I'd like to thank Brian Pellegrini, our cameraman, for bringing you this video action. I thank all of our sponsors, but certainly thank Orca Media and CVTV723.org for helping us bring you this action, and I hope you enjoyed it on those respective local cable stations. I'm Carl Parton. Once again, the final score of this one, 16 for the Spaulding Crimson Tide, 6 for U-32. Good afternoon, everybody.
Sweet.